What's going on, guys? It's BO2, and today I'm bringing you a gameplay of Domination on Hijacked using the Vector Silenced. I think that's the only attachment. Yeah. This gameplay, it's a decent gameplay. It's not my best, it's not my worst. It was a decent gameplay. I thought it was a solid objective game. I think I get 7 captures and 9 defends. So, it was pretty good. I held about a 3 KD, you know, not the greatest, but I was also running pretty low kill streaks too, so, you know, I used Sentry Gun, Stealth Chopper, and Orbital VSAT, and from what I remember, I think my Sentry Gun pretty much did nothing, but I don't take my word on that. I just kind of skipped around in the video a little bit, and from what I saw, the Sentry Gun was doing nothing. But this gameplay was recorded, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, so I can't quite remember. I haven't been playing Call of Duty that much lately. I've been playing some other games. I've been playing Minecraft, and Death Spank it's becoming one of my favorite games. I've recorded a couple episodes now. But this commentary, it's actually a really serious topic. I want to talk about what a friend is, because in my opinion, most people have friendship construed. They don't understand what a real friend is. And I kind of wanted just to give my little definition of a friend and talk about what I think a friend is. And, you know, if people look at me and they'll be like, oh, you have a lot of friends, and I'll be like, no, I really don't. I have a few, maybe. Yeah, I have a lot of people I talk to, but I wouldn't necessarily consider them a friend. You know, I have people that I talk to on a daily basis that I would not consider a friend. And you know, I say I'm friendly with them. This was horrible. But I would say I'm friendly with them, but I wouldn't call them a friend. I would call them maybe an acquaintance, I guess would be the best word. I don't know if there's really a word for how I think, because most people don't think the same way I do. They think, you know, oh, I like talking to this person, I like hanging out with this person, so I'm going to call them a friend. And to me, I've had so many of those people in my life that I've learned that they really aren't friends. And, you know, I'm going to be 21 years old in a few months, so, you know, it's not like I'm the oldest person in the world, you know, but I've been through enough. And I've learned over the years that the people that I've always considered friends in the past, now I wouldn't really consider them a friend. And what I see as a friend is somebody who will go out of their way to help you, will go out of their way if you need anything to be there for you, and you know, they don't do things when it's just convenient for them. And I would want to say I'm a good friend. And you know, the thing that brought this up was last night I was talking to a friend of mine. He was with this girl for 3 years, about 3 years, 2.5. They lived together for a while. He's a little bit older than me. He's a few years older, and they lived together for over a year. But even before that, you know, when they were still living at their parents' house, like they'd always, you know, spend the night at one parent's house or whatever. Twice he ended up living at her mother's house for a while, and you know, they were really close. And you know, he ended up losing his job, losing his apartment, and losing his girlfriend all within the same month. And it was really hard on him. He's been really down. And I thought, you know, yesterday I would take him out. You know, we went out, we bowled, we played some arcade games, went out and grabbed some food, and you know, we killed a few hours that way. And then later on in the day, you know, the beginning part of the day was kind of just to distract him, and then later in the day we actually started talking. This was probably around 10 o'clock at night. We actually really started talking. We started hanging out about 4 p.m. So we killed about 6 hours doing really nothing, and you know, that was great and all. And then once we started talking, we ended up talking till after 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, I drove him to his house at 1 o'clock, and we sat in my truck for 3 hours and just kept talking about things. And I never quite considered him a friend until this moment. because yeah, I was there, I was trying to pick him up, I was trying to make him feel better about himself, all that. And you know, through all this, I ended up taking some of my deep down, like, some of the things that really bother me still to this day about past things that have happened to me and everything, which I'm not going to go into in this commentary. I've talked about them a little bit, but during the Road to Depression series that I did, which I do want to start up again. But through all that, I was using my personal experiences to try to help him feel better. And, he could tell that it was hard for me to even talk about it. But from him noticing, even though he was really down about himself, he did everything he could to try to make me feel better about, things that I've done in the past, or, how I handled certain situations in the past and all that. And, he really opened my eyes and made me realize he is a true friend. And, he had his whole world collapse on him, and all he cared about was my well-being. That, in my opinion, right there, you see, I'm kind of used to having launchers on, and I didn't have one on this class because this was my rushing sneak up on them class, and I needed a couple extra perks. But he did everything he could to help me. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I'm like, on my way, I was driving home. He lives about 20 minutes away from me. And I got lost in my thought, and I ended up getting lost, and it took me like 45 minutes to get home, and I don't know how I got home, but I did. But, I was just thinking in my head, who else do I know that I would consider a friend actually do this for me? And after using that as a definition of a friend, there's really I have one other person in my life that I think I could rely on like that. And that would be my best friend, who lives just a few houses away from me. I'm actually going to go see him as soon as I'm done with this commentary. This is being recorded Thursday, by the way. It's probably not going to go up till like Saturday, I think. But just throwing that out there. But yeah, I mean, this other friend, anytime I need anything, he's there for me. I don't necessarily think you have to give up anything to be a good friend, like some people do, but he does. If I need to go to the doctor's, he'll be like, "Oh, hop in the car, I'll take you." It's one of those things where anytime I need anything, he's there for me. And I try to be there for him when he needs me too. Even for simple things. Like, he texted me right when I was about to record this that his girlfriend went out, he's really bored, he has nothing to do, and he's kind of going crazy a little bit. And I said, yeah, just give me about a half hour, I'll be over. So, that's the kind of relationship we have. And I think that's what a true friend really is. It's not someone, "Oh, hey, are you free, tomorrow? You want to hang out?" "Oh, well, I don't know. I kind of want to, play video games, or I kind of want to do this." It's like, a good friend will be like, if anything, "Well, I don't really want to leave my house. Why don't you come over and we'll play video games?" Or, even something like that. Just somebody you can always rely on if you need to talk about anything. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, well, you're guys. You shouldn't be talking about feelings, blah, blah, blah." That's bullshit. Guys feel feelings just as much as girls do. They just hide it a lot better, and they hold it in a lot more, which honestly is not healthy. And I'm not saying I don't do it, because I do. If anything, I do it more than I should, but I don't know. I don't really have a specific direction that I'm going with this. I just kind of wanted to rant a little bit about friends, because so many people just don't understand what a true friend is until you actually experience one of those moments. Quick example of thinking you have a lot of friends and not really having a lot of friends, something that happened to me a couple of years ago. Not going to go into details on it, but basically one friend said something happened, and without even asking my side, every other one of my friends that was a mutual friend took his side over mine. And to this day, I've never talked to any of them again, because, you know, they never even bothered to ask my side of the story.
Never a doubt. Good job.
Those are not true friends. A true friend would never abandon you like that. A true friend, even if you do something so stupid and so wrong, should always be there for you. And they should always, you know, I mean, unless like you killed their mother or something like that, obviously, yeah, they're not going to be with you. But, you know, if you make a mistake, they're going to be there to help you through it. They're going to support you. They're not going to just abandon you. And I want you guys to just sit back and think about it. How many true friends do I really have? Just think about that. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I know I went a little long, but whatever. Who cares about a black screen? This was important. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you did like it. And I will see you next video. Bye.